Okay, good morning, everyone, and happy Sunday. For all of you that are church going people, maybe not see it at this time. You'll see it later or not. I don't know. So I know it's Sunday. A lot of people make their appointment today to praise Jesus or praise God today because it's Sunday, but you really don't need to make an appointment to praise the Creator. You could do that anytime, whenever. I always feel I carry church in my heart, so I'm always at church. Uh, but I also like to use that as like a saying, like you go to church, someone's preaching, getting some truth, getting some knowledge, but it's all in the eyes of the beholder. If I think it's a live chat, so if you feel you want to ask questions or you want to put your 2 cents in, not like literally 2 cents, but you want to chime in, feel free. Um, Anyways, so I just wanted to say happy Sunday to everyone. Also, I just wanted to talk about relationships a little bit. Um, yes, there's no video part, it's just my voice. So I know one of the things that about YouTube, um, a lot of times I am multitasking, so I'm not necessarily looking at the video per se, just listening to whatever the person has to say. The visuals are not always as important as the words. That's just my little spin on it. So half the time I don't even see the pictures of the video. I just like listen to the words, and if the words sound true to me or if they ring, like I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Then I'm like, cool. I mean, you can do anything with a video. It doesn't make it less or better. I don't know how better to say that. And I don't have like a script and I'm just talking off the cuff. I always feel like when you're improvising that it's more sincere than if you got a script, because it's like you're planning it all out. You're trying to be all perfect. I don't know. That's just me. I always found that most things, you know, sound better to my ears if I'm just listening to the words. Anyways, but that's like if I'm trying to listen to something important or anything like that. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so relationships. Just lately I've been, you know, seeing a lot online about love and relationships and and just even trying to swim the sea of relationshipism or whatever myself. That's not really a word, relationshipism. I um I'm not really focused on, like, I'm single, by the way. I'm not really focusing on trying to hook up or get a boyfriend, or it could be a girlfriend, but um that's a bleh. We'll just skip that part. Uh uh I lost my train of thought. Um oh yeah, just trying to, go through the sea of, like, because there's tons of websites that, like, get a date or whatever, and then of course you've got people who are not single on single sites, then you got people who are single who maybe just want to, like, hook up or just have fun, or their intentions are may not be your intentions, depending. And that's fine. I mean, some people do want to just have fun and mess around. And if that's, what did it say? And if that's something that you're into, or if that's what you want to do, I don't think that there's a problem with that. I think where it becomes a problem is when you have multiple partners and that they don't know about each other, because you don't understand that they may want a single partner. They may want your loyalty. And if you have multiple partners that doesn't show loyalty. But then again, maybe they're okay with that. It's really up to the person, your partner, or your multiple partners, as the case may be, to decide if that's okay. And just like you have the right to have multiple partners if you want, they have a right to not to decide to be in your harem, if as the case may be. I personally, I mean, I personally love everybody. I mean, I don't like specific people's actions per se. I feel that a lot of times you can love someone and care about someone and not not be in love, but you just, there's a difference between I love you as a person, like you're a being and you have worth and you should be, protected, accepted, and loved just the way you are. And then there's a difference between like, even if you're an asshole, I still love you, but and I would still help you if you needed help, but I'm not gonna go like have brunch with you on Sunday. I mean, if you want to be a jerk, go be a jerk somewhere else. Just don't be a jerk in front of me, because I mean, that's just my opinion, and that's, anyone can choose that. I mean, but it's still, if I knew someone needed help, I don't care if they're a jerk or they're freaking whatever, I will help them if I can. I mean, a lot of times my help may not be what they want. I mean, there's different types of help. There's like monetary help. There's time, you could just spend time with someone. A lot of times people just want your company. They just want you to talk to them. They just want to know that somebody cares. And 9 times give you 10. If you want to hang out with someone and, they'll be like, hey, you want to go play putt-putt golf? And you're like, oh, I would, but I don't have money. They're like, oh, okay, well, sorry, because you don't have money or whatever. Or you could, if I have money and they don't, I always be like, hey, well, let's go anyway. And next time you can get me back. Maybe because, there's going to be times that maybe your friend has money. There's going to be times that your friend doesn't have money. But if you're going to make it a prerequisite of hanging out, then I feel that, I don't know if that's really a really true friend. Because a true friend, I mean, I do have a few true friends, which unfortunately I don't see as much as I'd like or as I want, because of course we're on different paths. But I can, even though I don't see them as much as I would like to or should, unfortunately I'm not in the position to be able to see people as often as I'd like. I consider some of those people a true friend more than people that I actually currently have in my life, only because it just seems as of late, there's the huge money issue, of course. Also, I don't think money is evil. It's people's love of money that is evil. I don't know, some people hoard it like a chipmunk hoards acorns. Is it a chipmunk or is it squirrels? One of them. I think one hoards them in their mouth and one hoards them in a tree. But the point of the story is that, if someone's your true friend, or if you really truly care about somebody, it shouldn't be about money. And that goes with friends, relationships, love, the whole 9. There are people out there that do love money, and they do things, maybe not society's acceptable things of money. There's different ways, of course, you can get money. I personally, people work in different ways. I know a lot of people frown upon prostitution, I guess. I think that's stupid. If some people like sex, Some people want to work. They want to work and make money doing that. If that's what they like, then fuck it. Why don't I mean, well, yeah, that's a pun. Then so be it. I just hope that they are safe, that they're registered, that, you know, health tests are being taken. Hopefully, you know, they're not trying to bleed their customers dry, and, you know, fair play should be applied in all areas of life, whether it's work, money, friendship, whatever. These days, people don't realize that, you know, a lot of these get-rich-quick schemes, or even, what is it, dormant income, they don't realize that you're getting money, you're making money, but you're taking money from someone else. And you may not realize it because of, and no, it's not illegal. A lot of these money funnels and click things are not illegal per se, but you're taking credit from someone else that worked really hard. And I mean, unfortunately, until there's like an internet police, those things will occur. But if you ever click on a link, you look at the address bar, and you see it go through different addresses, that's what's called a money funnel. So different websites are getting points for you trying to click that one link, and unfortunately, by the time it gets to that one link that you really wanted to see, that person or whoever's in charge of that link or whatever doesn't get any credit. Just wanted you to know. And no, it's not illegal right now. It really isn't. It should be, though. And I don't know if people know that that's what's happening, and they just don't care, and they're just like, hey, I'm making money, who cares? But it just goes to show you that, I mean, you shouldn't. It's funny because, like, people say sell out, and sell out can mean different things. You know, sell out could be like, you know, like you're an artist, and, you know, maybe you played folk songs on your acoustic guitar, and that's what got you famous. So now that you're famous, you're changing your whole persona, because, you know, the people at MTV are like, or your manager, the label, or whatever, is like, hey, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this. And then you forget that the reason why you became famous is because people liked you just the way you were. I think that's why a lot of artists struggle, or famous people struggle, because they don't stick to the people that they were. They got famous for being themselves, and then when they get famous, they change for whatever reason. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe, like I said, maybe the managers or the label or society or whatever. But why would you care about, you know, someone's like, oh, you should, you know, get some speakers and blah, 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 and do this, do that. Why do you care? Obviously, they don't care about you, because if they did, they'd just be like, hey, I love you, you're awesome. I mean, there's difference between, like, constructive criticism or just being like, you're dumb, and then you're like, oh, I'm dumb, why do people think I'm dumb, I should try to change. But you're forgetting about all the people who loved you just the way you were in the first place, and then you lose yourself, and then you're a sellout. And then maybe when you find, I think maybe that's what's wrong with the celebrities right now, because there's so many of them, you know, unfortunately taking their own lives, and you have to think why. Maybe they forgot themselves, maybe they forgot what their purpose was being on this earth. You know, it's to, you know, love each other and help each other if you can, not stab each other in the back or sit there and go, oh, look at so-and-so, look what they're doing. Why do you care what they're doing? As long as they're not I mean, do I care what other people are doing? Hell yeah. If I fucking see someone bullying someone, yeah, I'm going to say something because I've been bullied and it sucks and it hurts and it's not cool. And if I see someone, you know, sexually harassing people, I've been sexually harassed and that shit's not cool. Or, you know, you can get, I mean, I know people that have been in domestic violence situations or other situations. Myself have been in certain uncomfortable situations. And those things aren't right. And I just think that everybody's focused, their priorities are all fucked up. I mean, it sucks that money is a thing right now because it is a thing to, unfortunately, you do have to pay for a house. You have to pay for food. You have to pay for education. You have to pay. You gotta pay attention. But you really, but after that, like, if you don't need a Louis Vuitton bag. You don't need, what does Cardi B call them? Louis Vuittons, bloody shoes. And they are bloody shoes because not only did poor little children work in a sweatshop to make them just so you could have some fancy ass shoe, but most of the time money is blood money. Like, you hurt someone or someone got hurt or whatever to get it. But it's the system we live in. But you can, why don't you, like, after you're taking care of yourself, you know, you got your little thing, got your little whatever you're doing, you know, help people if you can. And it doesn't necessarily, some people have tons of money and they don't do shit, and some people have no money and they do everything. I think it's really sad that, you know, it's like Tupac said, you know, these billionaires get humanitarian award. Oh, I have $90 billion. Here, I'll give $1 billion to these poor people. Yay, I'm awesome because I gave $1 billion. But you don't look at the little lady who's at the grocery store who maybe only has like $2 left after buying her kids food. And when the cashier says, hey, would you like to give $1 to, you know, the animal fund? Even though she only has $2, she'll still give $1 to the cashier to help the animals. And that's all she had. But you don't hear about her. You don't hear about her. Where's her humanitarian award? Why don't she get a humanitarian award? She had $2 and she gave her $1. Now she only has $1. But you don't hear about her. But you hear about some dude's got $90 billion and he gave $1 billion. And he probably gave $1 billion to his own charity. So, and he gets a tax write-off. So he's not doing it out of the goodness of his heart. He's just doing it because he wants a tax write-off. Because if he really cared, he would have like no $1 billion. Who the fuck needs $1 billion? Nobody needs $1 billion. And I think a certain person who was on YouTube talking about how some countries should be poor. Shut the fuck up. You're an idiot. Seriously, you're just fucking stupid. Like, who are you to say that someone else should be poor? Just because, let's take your fucking fancy shit, stick you on a fucking island, and see how good you, let's see how you do. And then, you know, you don't get no money, you go live on an island for like a month without all your fucking precious money. Then you tell me how it was to live, and if you probably wouldn't even live 30 days. You probably wouldn't even know how to survive. Because there's no computers on a fucking island. Sorry, I apologize. I get really passionate sometimes, and curse words just kind of fly out of my mouth. So I do apologize about that. I just think it's bullshit that, yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, the lottery, I think, is a good kind of system, but why do lotteries get so huge? Like, why does the lottery need to be, personally, it should stop at, like, I don't know, $10 million. It gets $10 million, someone wins. Someone wins, they take that money, and hopefully they can do some good with it. And then, you know, whatever. You know, it's supposed to help education and things like that. Half the time it doesn't. You got the government. That's what the people you don't understand. The government, businesses, they need you. We don't need them. If you continue to support a business that doesn't support you, Why would you go to any business that doesn't support you or doesn't care about you? They just want your money. If you're struggling, like let's say you're a loyal, I don't know, let's just say there's Bob and Joe Company. Let's say Bob and Joe Company. You're a loyal Bob and Joe Company. You go there like every week. You give them lots of money. You're faithful to them. You go there all the time. You hook them up, help them out, say hi to all the customers. You know everybody. You're like, hey, Sue, how you doing today? Everybody knows your name. You know their name, etc., etc. And then let's say, boom, your house burns down. Now you're homeless. And you go, hey, Bob and Joe store, I always, can you help me out? Guess what Bob and Joe store are going to say? Sorry for your loss there, buddy. When you get back on your feet, we'll give you a discount. Really? But that's how it is. Not all businesses are like that. But 99.9%, I don't know, maybe my math's fucked up, but or maybe it's just because you don't see all the good in the world. And you don't. It's sad that it's, what does that say about us, about society? That, we'd rather see all the shitty stuff that's going on than the good stuff. Like, that's really, really sad. Like, what does that say about us as a people? You have to dig to find the good stuff. You have to dig. But there's awesome people out there. I've met them. I consider myself one of them. Do I have bad habits? Who the fuck doesn't? And if they sit there and try to say that they're perfect, it's called a dog and pony show. Catch them while they're slipping. Catch them when they least expect you. And then look how put together they are. Yeah. Right. Anyways, I guess I am finished. Hopefully, even if you didn't see this live, I'm just sporadic, I do a lot of different things all the time. Some, hopefully I just try everything. Hopefully it all gets out enough. Hey, maybe everybody already knows and I'm the only one in the closet. I don't know. And I don't mean like gay people in the closet. Also, who cares if someone's gay? Straight people who talk about gay people, shut the fuck up. You guys have more divorce and broken families. I can't even. Just, why do you care who's someone banging? You ain't gotta bang them. Just, I mean, I don't know. Sorry. I'm really trying not to be judgmental, but I'm sorry. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. Maybe you're wrong. Maybe you're right. Maybe whatever. There's always 3 sides to every story. His side, her side, and the side. The truth side. The truth doesn't have any sides. It just is. I hope you have a blessed Sunday. And, don't focus so much on... I mean, you don't think the Creator knows you're sitting in church right now wishing you could be watching the hockey game or the baseball game, or you're thinking about what you got to do after church, or, you don't think that He knows that? The times that you're not in church and you're like, praise Jesus because something good happened to you, He probably hears that more than all the shit that you guys do at church on Sunday or Saturday or Friday night. I don't know. Some people have different things. And actions may speak louder than words, but if you're only taking a look at people's actions, then you're not really trying to acknowledge the effort that they're putting in. Thank you for your time, and good night. And good day. I said good day.